What if I told you that after 70, the rules of medical checkups completely change? All your life you've heard that more tests mean more health, that prevention is everything. But there comes a moment when that same strategy can work against you. Really, not because you should stop taking care of yourself, but because your body now plays by different rules. Rules that most people don't know. And if you don't adjust, you may end up trapped in a medical routine you never needed. Before we go on, hit that subscribe button, because here we talk clearly, without fear-mongering or miracle cures, just practical guidance to take better care of yourself. Why turning 70 changes the rules of the game. At this age, wisdom grows? Yes, but so does the body's sensitivity to certain medical procedures. What was harmless at 40 can become a real issue at 75. Think of your body like a garden cared for through decades. It doesn't need the soil dug up every day. It doesn't need every product on the shelf. It needs calm, observation, and thoughtful pruning. And remember, we don't all age the same way. Someone at 80 may have more energy than many 50-year-olds, while others live with chronic conditions or reduced kidney function that make even a simple test have consequences. That's why your functional state, not your birthday, should guide your checkups. How you move, how you think, how you enjoy your days. That is what matters now. The most common mistakes after age 70. Many people end up inside a long chain of tests that started with a tiny just in case. And those just-in-case choices come with radiation, extra medications, and unnecessary worry. Here are the mistakes that show up again and again. Error 1. Assuming a CT scan is always the best option. A CT scan sounds precise in advance, but one single scan can equal 400 chest X-rays. Yes, 400. And when you look that deeply, something always appears. A tiny spot, a shadow, a nodule. Then comes the roller coaster. Let's repeat it in 6 months. Let's do another test. Maybe we should biopsy. Before agreeing to a CT scan, ask yourself, 1. What real risk is this test trying to detect? 2. Is there a less invasive way to check? 3. Will the result actually change my treatment, or is it just for peace of mind? Because peace of mind that causes harm isn't peace of mind anymore. Error 2, forgetting that contrast dye can affect your kidneys. After 70, kidney function may decrease even if you feel perfectly fine. Contrast dye, iodine or gadolinium, has to be filtered out by your kidneys. If they're not working at full capacity, the dye can accumulate and trigger contrast-induced nephropathy, a form of kidney injury that shows up days later as fatigue, swelling, general discomfort. To protect yourself, ask for recent kidney labs, creatinine and eGFR. Ask if the test can be done without contrast. Hydrate before and after if the test is unavoidable, and always read the informed consent carefully. Don't sign without understanding what you're agreeing to. Error 3. Having an endoscopy or colonoscopy without symptoms. We live in the just to be safe era, but just to be safe doesn't always mean safer. Complications increase sharply with age. An 80-year-old has about 4 times higher risk of complications than a 50-year-old. When does it make sense? Persistent abdominal pain, chronic reflux, bleeding, trouble swallowing, strong changes in bowel habits, important family history of colon cancer. When does it not? When you have no symptoms and just want to check everything inside. That's when overdiagnosis appears, finding tiny abnormalities that never would have harmed you, but lead to more tests, more fear, and sometimes more procedures. Error 4. Thinking a full-body checkup is the ultimate solution. It sounds great, a giant test that reviews you from head to toe. But up to 60% of healthy older adults show incidental findings, little spots or calcifications that don't mean anything. The problem? Once found, they trigger more tests, more radiation, more anxiety, more decisions you didn't need to make. And they're expensive too. Ask yourself, Do I really need to know about things that will never affect my life? Medical information doesn't always give peace. Sometimes it weighs you down. Error 5. Letting one questionable lab value fill your drawer with medications. It starts small, cholesterol slightly high, glucose at the limit, blood pressure a bit elevated. You walk out with a prescription, then that medication causes heartburn, so they give you another. That one causes fluid retention, so they add a diuretic. Welcome to the prescription cascade. People over 65 make up less than a third of the population, but consume around 60% of all medications. Before accepting a new prescription, ask, will this improve my quality of life or just correct a number? Can we try lifestyle adjustments first? Are the side effects worse than the original issue? If this is helping you make sense of things, hit subscribe. We're just getting started. How to make good medical decisions after 70. We often say yes to tests out of habit, but prevention after 70 doesn't mean more tests. Sometimes prevention means avoiding what you don't need. Before agreeing to any exam, ask 1. Do I have real symptoms that justify it? 2. Will the result change my treatment? 3. Is there a safer or simpler option? 4. What physical or emotional consequences could this test have? 5. Is the time, cost, and exposure worth it? And here are 3 phrases that help in the doctor's office. What would happen if we wait and observe first? Is there a less aggressive alternative to explore this? I'd prefer to start with something simpler. Does that seem reasonable? If a professional reacts badly to respectful questions, maybe they're not the right one for this stage of your life. Your well-being matters more than any number. Tests can't measure what truly defines your health. How you sleep, your morning energy, whether you enjoy meals, whether you walk without pain, whether you live your routines with autonomy. Lab values are like weather forecasts. They're useful, but they don't always match what you feel. Keep a small notebook with your symptoms, routines, and changes. It gives you clarity and control when making decisions. How to care for your health after 70 without becoming obsessed with checkups. Taking care of yourself isn't living on high alert, it's finding balance. Focus on changes that persist. Sleep, appetite, digestion, energy. Your daily life often reveals more than a full-body scan. Checkups that do matter after 70, blood pressure and pulse, vision and hearing, balance assessments to prevent falls, follow-up of chronic conditions, recommended vaccines, and for true health, eat well without obsessing, sleep as best you can, move daily, even a little, stay connected with others. Keep something in your life that genuinely brings you joy. Remember, a body that moves thrives. A body that is pushed too hard breaks. In the end, it's not about hunting for everything that could go wrong. It's about living the best way you can with what you have today. Your health isn't defined by numbers. It's reflected in your energy, your autonomy, and your ability to enjoy your life. If this video helped you understand your health better, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who might need it. Take care and see you in the next video.